I'm Wanda Peek. We interrupting the program to bring y'all this special news report. Y'all know this last week they've been had the Pope of Rome come to America. They said the reason he's coming, he's gone heal all the Catholics that had caught the AIDS. We done some investigative journalistic reporting and found out the real reason he come was on account of the Holy Blood House. I know last week they had this house out on Fountain Drive right here in Atlanta. This retired couple had the blood of the wounds of Christ start coming up out of their house, and the Pope's come over here to look at it, see what if it's a real thing. So we got Reverend Farakan on here. We're going to ask him about it. Now, the reason we got this thing up here between us is because he's a Muslim, and Muslims has got such a stumbling block of lust them to look at a woman's hair uncovered or look at somebody's with a painted face. So they had, especially with me having natural blonde hair, natural curly hair, and looking the way I do, they said that'd be such a bad stumbling block of lust. The only way we could do this interview would be to put up a barricade so he couldn't see me and be took over by the lust. So we're gonna start off. Reverend Farakan, can you hear me all right?
Yes, Wanda Peek, I can hear you very well. This is Reverend Minister Louis Farakan speaking to you from the other side of this barrier. For it is written that a Muslim shall not sit upon a common seat with an unclean Christian woman. But I am happy to be here and to have you on my cable channel 12, where you can see every week Reverend Minister Louis Farakan's Hour of Hate, every week in a prime time position.
Well, first of all, let me say everybody on this show and everybody that has anything to do with Funtime Family is clean. But let me ask you this. Did you get to talk to the Pope of Rome when he was here?
No, I did not speak with the Pope of Rome, and if I could speak with him, I would tell him in a mighty tone that he should desist from what he is doing. He is not on the right road. He's not following the divine one revealed to us by the prophet.
Well, look here. Everybody here, ever since they had that Holy Blood House come up, everybody here has commenced to worshiping it and going out there. And let me ask you, do you think a Muslim will get the same kind of blessing from the Holy Blood House as would a regular person like a Jew or a Christian?
Let me tell you, Sister Peek, that the Blood House is one of many signs that has originated because I said there would be signs in nature and in the heavens to show that I am the divinely appointed one to speak for the divine one. Other signs include frequent pit bull attacks, car problems, and a plague of spiders and frogs in Cobb County, in the evil white man, rich man's Cobb County, that is so bad that word of it yet has not even leaked out from that haven of the blood-sucking of the rich who suck the blood of the poor.
Well, look here. I can tell you right now that what you talk about up in Cobb ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It got to do with Impetigo, which has been real bad up there. But I want to ask you one more thing now. Well, we're going to have to go away and go back to the program, and then later we're going to be coming back, and we're going to be answering Reverend Farakan some more questions. Well, I want to ask you right now, what is it that you don't like about white people?
White people are the root of all evil in this whole society, and they are the seed of the money and the rich, who are the bloodsuckers of the poor.
Well, now, since you've been a Muslim, and Muslim, y'all know, is the newest one of all popular religions, and what we want to know is, y'all ever get embarrassed about being the newest popular religion, and did y'all have to give out some kind of premium, some kind of prize to get y'all's first members?
We laugh and scoff at your silly religion with its stores open on Sunday and its women with their foolish uncovered heads. We laugh and scoff at you. We have to give no premiums, for we give the premium of eternal heaven for any kind of act of martyrdom or strangeness at all.
Well, we're going to have to go on back to the program now because he's commenced to talk about the uncovered head. They done told us when he starts talking about a woman's uncovered head, that means that the stumbling block of lust is fixing to come on him. So we're going to go ahead and go on back to the regular program, but we're going to be back with Reverend Farakan, and they're going to keep up that barricade, and they're going to keep me so he ain't going to have no fit of lust.
Are you going to go see the Pope,
and look at the
Nancy?
rainbow. Oh, that's so pretty.
When he comes?
No, I don't think they're thinking about to see the Pope. I don't have any way of getting there.
Oh, I wish we were going to be here.
They'll probably be having a
I'm Wanda Peek. We're going to interrupt this program again. We're going to be back here. We're back here now talking to Reverend Minister Louis Farakan. I apologize to him. We've been calling him the wrong title. It ain't Reverend Louis Farakan. It's Reverend Minister Louis Farakan. And he's a Muslim. They don't like white people. First thing we want to ask you about being Muslim, how many wives does a Muslim have to have, and do they all have to be girls, and how many do you have?
Well, you know, Wanda, the more wives you have in the Muslim world, the more fortunate and blessed you are. But it is written that the women shall sit on one side and the men sit on the other in any kind of public building or place like that. But you can have many, many wives, and it is more fortunate to have many wives than to have few wives. I myself have 7 wives, a very lucky number of wives for me, Reverend Minister Brother Louis Farakan.
Well, back here, that was Reverend Farakan answering my first question. What we doing if y'all just turned on y'all's television set? This is y'all have turned to the right show. We interrupted the program because we want to ask Reverend Farakan about Moslemism. We wanted to ask you, can you name off all the animals y'all ain't allowed to eat?
I will not name the names of the animals that we are not allowed to eat, because to do so would be to be unclean, and especially to sit here with a woman of the Gentile persuasion on a common bench. Only this barrier protects my Muslim cleanliness and virtue from the people who would ask me to name the names of unclean animals here on my own cable television channel Cable 12.
Well, first of all, Reverend Minister Farakan, this cable television channel belongs to us too. And what we're trying to do here is a public service. And part of the public service that we're trying to do is, just in case anybody there was going to ask some Muslims over to their house to eat, we was going to tell them what not to fix. Well, I reckon we're going to have to apologize to y'all. We ain't going to be able to do that now on account of Reverend Minister Farakan don't feel like he can name the animals that they ain't supposed to eat. On account of that would make him unclean.
I will not name the animals that I'm not supposed to eat, and I will also tell you that if you've been watching this cable channel, you realize that I've become much more important than I was before. And I want to tell you about a new program that I will have on soon. For the sporting fans, it is called Wrestling Religion, and every week you will get to see a black, a white, and a Jew wrestle in a pit of live squid right here on Cable Channel 12 in the prime time slots.
Well, we're going to have to leave on out from here in a minute, but let me ask you one more thing about Moslemism. All the Muslim pies and cake-like mess I've ever eaten was real sticky. Does the Muslims carry around a wet rag to wipe their hands off?
Well, my dear sister, I must tell you this, that as you sit here on this common bench with the holy Muslim man and your uncovered head, you have no right to put the food of the Muslim pastry chefs into your mouth. It would turn to salt on your tongue. You do not deserve to eat this food.
Well, I ain't done it, 'cause I done eat a mess of it, and ain't none of it turned to salt on my tongue.
I am only happy for this barricade that protects me from this unclean woman.
Well, I'm happy for that barricade, too, 'cause they done told me about Muslim. It's stumbling block of lust that y'all can't even look at a woman's uncovered head. Now, it's understandable on account of my gift of naturally curly hair and being a natural blonde, and that's something to see. A Muslim man don't hardly never get to see nothing like that. So that barricade is up there for my protection. If your religion didn't call for that barricade, I can tell you right now, my management company would call for it.
We have no lust for your vile Western ways, I can assure you, woman of the uncovered head.
Well, I got one more question for you. You know, we've been talking about the Holy Blood House. Y'all know that's the Winston's, a retired couple out there on Fountain Drive. Y'all can go out there and look at it. They had started to have the blood or the wounds of the Holy Christ coming up out of the floors. It was splattering up out of their air ducts. And we want to ask you, what do you think? It was a black couple that was chose to have the Holy Blood House. Do you think that's going to be a sign that the Muslims and the Catholics is going to be getting together?
The blood on the floor of the blood house, my sister, was the Christian blood. It was put in a holy black family, given to see this Christian blood to renew memories in their minds of the time of the Great Crusades, when the Muslims slew the Christians as far as the east is from the west and the north is from the south, and drove them out of all the places where they should not have been. This is the day that is coming again, and the blood house is yet another sign of Reverend Minister Farakan's holy position as the divinely appointed one of the divine spokesperson.
Well, y'all can hear what he's talking about now is about for the Muslims that changed their name from Saracens, which is their old name, and all he's saying is they're going to start the Crusades back up, because what they wants to do is spill white Christian blood. So this is Wanda Peek. We're going to be going on back to the regular program now. This has been a special news feature.
Hey, somebody help me get Aunt Nancy out of the car.
So we'll stop off at Stuckey's later on, okay, Duffy?
In this Ducky's?